Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Laratips. In today's video, we'll be setting up a staging server in Cloudways. We'll do some changes in our application, push it to the staging server. After that, if everything is okay, then only we'll be pushing it to the production server. So let's see how we can do that in Cloudways. And thanks to Cloudways for sponsoring this video. You can get 15% discount on all the products of Cloudways for 3 months. Check out the link in the description or pinned comments. So now let's get started. Let's go to the Cloudways dashboard. From here, we'll go to the applications and click on this menu items and then click on the clone app. Here we can create a new server or just use our existing server. In this case, I'll use the same server, but of course, you can create a new server with the same configurations. And on Cloudways, you can also clone the current server that you have. And it's very easy to do that, just a few clicks. So now let us click on the Laratips and then we'll not click on create as staging, because if we do it separately, then it will be easy for us to manage it. Now let us click on continue and I'll come back when it's done. The application has been cloned successfully and it took about 2 minutes for me. Now let us go to the applications tab and here you can see the cloned -2. We'll go here inside and we'll get a new URL for our cloned application. And yes, we have the full-blown Laravel application that we had in the production in the Cloudways. And we have a separate database, username and password for us. Now let us log into our server and see what are the things that are changed. So now let's go into the applications folder and you can see here that it starts with FXK and here also we have that FXK. So that is our staging application. So we'll go inside that folder and then let us go into public_HTML and see the env file. So here we have to do some changes. So instead of to do, we'll say to do staging, and instead of local, we'll say staging, and let us keep the debug as true. And now we'll change the app URL. Let us just copy this URL and paste it over here. Now let us go down and check the database credentials. And you can see here it has automatically replaced our original database with the current one. So this is the env file of the staging, and the mail from address also it has successfully changed it. In the production we have different and here we have different. And you can see here we don't have to do much changing over here. Now let us save the file. Now here in this staging application, we'll do some of the things that we have done in our production application. So let's do that. Let's go on the deployment via Git and then click on generate SSH key. It will create a new SSH key for us and specifically for the staging one. After this, let us view the staging SSH key and then copy it. And now let us go to our GitHub and here we'll go to settings, deploy keys, add deploy key and paste the new SSH key over here and give it a name and then add key. Now here in the git remote address, we'll add our GitHub repository URL, just similar to that our production application. After that, we'll click on authenticate. And here you can see we only have the main branch, but we will only deploy the staging branch over here, not the main branch. The main branch is only for the production application. So now let us create a new branch named as staging. Now let us just push this branch to the GitHub so that Cloudways will be able to fetch it. So we'll say git push -u origin staging. It is now pushed to the GitHub, and now if we click on fetch, then it will get the latest branches that we have in the GitHub. Now we can see the staging branch as well. We'll click it and then we'll click on start deployment. Meanwhile, let me duplicate this current tab, and on the another tab, we'll be switching to our current production application and we'll copy some data from here. Let us go to Cron job management, advanced, and then copy the code from here. Now let us go to the staging server, click on the Cron job management over there and paste the same thing. But now we have to change the path. For that, we'll go on the server and type pwd. Then we'll copy this path and replace the path over here. Now this is specific for the staging application. We'll click on save changes and it's done. Now let us go to the application settings and the supervisor jobs and we'll add a new job. So we'll scroll down and we'll write artisan_horizon and then click on save. And it is also now done. Now let's go to the access details and click here and then go to horizon. And you can see here it is 403 forbidden, because if the environment is other than local, then we have to provide either true or false on the horizon service provider so that we'll be able to access it. So now let's go to horizon service provider. And here in the get method, we have view horizon get. And if it returns true, then we'll be able to access it. Otherwise, we'll not be able to access it. Now let us add only one email that will be able to access it. Actually, I'm currently in the staging branch. So let us go to the main branch because this thing is required for the production as well. I have switched to the main branch. Now let us go to the database seeder. And from there, copy the Laratips add to do the test and then paste it over here. So now only Laratips at todo.test will be able to access the Horizon, not other authenticated users. Let us commit and push it to the GitHub. It is now pushed to the main branch, not to the staging branch. Also, we have to do some changes in the Horizon config file. So let us go there, and here we should have all the environments that we have. So for our staging, the app_environment variable will have a staging value. So we have to create one for that as well. So now let us do that. Let us duplicate what we have in the local and then change it to staging. And we'll do the same for the production as well. And we'll remove the production key that we had earlier. Let us commit it and push it to the GitHub. Now let us merge whatever we have done from main branch to the staging. We'll check out to the staging branch and then git merge main, and then we'll push it to the GitHub. After this, let us go to the Cloudways, deployment via Git, and click on pull on our staging to-do application. After it's deployed, let us go to the application settings, supervisor job, and restart the command. After every deployment, we need to restart this supervisor job. So it's done. Now let us go to the Horizon dashboard and click on refresh, and you can see it is still forbidden because we are not logged in. So now let us go into the login page and then log in using the same username and password that has access to the Horizon, which is Laratips at todo.test. We have successfully logged in. Now let us go to the Horizon, and yes, we can access the Horizon dashboard, and you can see here the status is also active. Now let's go back in our application and click on to-dos, and you can see here everything is working just as same, and you can see here all the database is also cloned by the Cloudways for us. Everything is just ready for us. Now let us go to our application and do some changes on the staging branch, and we'll look those changes in the staging server first, and if everything is okay, then we'll merge that to the master and then deploy it to the production server as well. Okay, now let us go to the to-do index page, and here if the to-do is completed, we'll change the background to green. For that, let us go here in the TR and do some changes in the classes. I'll add the code and explain it to you. So here we are using the @class directive that is provided to us by Laravel. The default classes are added on the top, and on the second row, if to-do is not completed, then we'll add these classes. And on the last one, if the to-do is completed, we'll be adding this busy green 100 class. And we are still in the staging branch. Now let us run npm run build and go to our application and then refresh the page. And you can see that those to-dos that are completed are in green color and others are not. Now let us commit and push it to the staging branch first. Let's go to the cloned to-do application and then go to deployment via Git. Again, we'll do the same process to deploy it. Also, let us go to our production server and do some changes. So we'll go here inside it and then go into the public_HTML folder, and then we'll edit our env file. So on the app_env, we'll say production, and we have to always set app_debug to false in our production application. Also in the staging application, just set it to false. Now debug bar enable, will set it to false, and we'll save it. After this, we'll update our composer dependency. But the thing that you have to know is, while installing the composer dependencies in our production application, we should not install the development dependencies, because your application will have very high probability of getting hacked. And this happened to me as well when I was a beginner. So here we'll add composer install no dev, which means no development dependencies will be added. You can see the dev dependencies in the composer JSON file, and no interaction means it will not ask us to say yes or no. The preferred list means if it is available from the cache or the zip file, then it will install it from there. Otherwise, it will pull it from the internet. And the optimize autoloader, which speaks on its own. So now let us run this code in our production application, and everything is done. Now let's go to the Cloudways, and under application settings and under supervisor, we'll restart it, because we have done some changes in the .env file. So after it's done, let us open our production application and then go to the dashboard. And here in the to-dos, you can see the latest changes are not over here. So now let's see the changes in our staging application. I'll refresh it, and you can see here all those to-dos that are completed are in green color and others are not. Now let us go to our VS Code and then merge the code of the staging to the main branch, because everything is good in the staging, which means that it is ready to be deployed in the production. So we'll say git checkout main and git merge staging. After this, we'll push it to the GitHub. Now let us go to the Cloudways. Under the to-do, we'll go deployment via Git and then pull all the changes. After this, let us go to application settings and restart the supervisor jobs. Now let us go to our production app and then click on refresh. And yes, you can see that everything is green that are completed. And this means that we have successfully made a staging server and did some change on that and then deployed the approved changes to the production server. And as you can see here in this video, it is super easy to do it using the Cloudways because of that clone application functionality. Otherwise, it would take us a lot of time to do that. And that's it for this video, guys. And we have come to the end of this series. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. And I hope you have learned a lot from this series. Bye.